Okay, français toi, bienvenue. Aujourd'hui, we are going to talk about one of the most exciting, tantalizing, extravagant grammar topics of all time. You'll be on the edge of your seat because you're probably falling asleep, but that's okay. Object pronouns, while difficult, are worth the challenge. They're amazing. You're gonna love it. Allons-y. Qu'est-ce que c'est? What is an object pronoun? Let's break it down. Pronoun means that the word is going to take the place of the noun. And when I say object, I'm referring to the role that they're playing in a sentence. Every sentence has a subject and usually an object. All right, so these are objects. They're receiving the action. And we have two different kinds that we're going to talk about: direct or indirect. And we'll talk about how you tell the difference a little later. Well, madame, des exemples. Tu me parles? Are you talking to me? Oui, je te parle. I'm talking to you. Tu nous invites au concert? Are you inviting us to the concert? Oui, je vous invite. All right, these words over here are me, te, nous, and vous. These are your object pronouns. All right, they are receiving the action. You are talking to me. I'm receiving the action. Ba-bam. But what are these object pronouns en français? Here's a list. We're going to start with direct objects. Draw the chart. It's beautiful. If he sees me, I use me. Ba-bam. Use singular, te. If I see him, if I see it, and that thing happens to be masculine, I'm going to use either le or l apostrophe. If I see her or it and that it is feminine, then I would use la or l apostrophe. Us is going to be nous. Well, that looks familiar. Vous. And then for them, or whether it's male or female, we've got les. So these are your direct objects. Here are some more examples. Je regarde la télé. All right, la télé. I look at it, I watch it. All right, but it's feminine, so I use la. Je la regarde. Elle voit, she sees Marc et toi. She sees y'all. All right, so Marc et toi remembers the food form. All right, pause the video right now and just try and fill in the blank with an object pronoun that you think would fit. No, really, you gotta pause. No cheating now. Here are your answers. He sees us. So us is your pronoun. Nous. Il nous voit. I talk to you. I talk to y'all. Je vous parle. There's your pronoun. We like you. You're cute. T'aimes. Did you catch the T apostrophe? Huh? She thanks me. Elle me remercie. The teacher helps us. She always will. Le prof nous aide. So there are your object pronouns. Madame, where do they go? Well, class, like Yoda, speak me what? Wow. I see, it's not easy. Like Yoda, speak we must from time to time. Où est le pronom? Where is it? Where does it go? In front of the conjugated verb. Rule number 1. All right, tu me parles. All right, parle, underline. Here's your verb. Here's your object pronoun. Oui, je te parle. Again, here's your verb. Here's your object pronoun. I, you talk. You, me talk? Me talk pretty one day. Tu nous invites au concert. Oh, I forgot the S. Oh. And the S is there. Whew. And je vous invite. So notice I have all the verbs underlined and the object pronouns are in front of them, which is very strange for us. That's the hardest part, is figuring out where these words go. What about au négatif, madame? The ne pas is going to go around the conjugated verb and the object pronoun. Hopefully, this is reminding you of when we did negatives with reflexives. Je la regarde, I watch it, I watch her. Je ne la regarde pas, okay? These guys, I'll tell you the love story, but they're in love, all right? The negative cannot get in their way. What about in the imperatif? These are commands. Well, if you think about your commands for reflexives, hopefully this will make sense. They're going to go after the verb, connect with a hyphen. So for example, me will become moi and te will become toi. After, I'll show you. So téléphone-moi, call me, maybe. Invitez-moi, invite me, okay? So normally the moi would have been in front with as me, but now it's getting attached afterwards. All right, more about commands though. If it's a negative command, like don't do this, then it stays in front of the verb. So, and then moi goes back to me, and toi goes back to te. So, for example, téléphone-moi becomes ne me téléphone pas, don't call me. Or invitez-moi becomes ne m'invitez pas, don't invite me. So, see how it's here, and now it goes back in front of téléphone. What about when il y a an infinitive? Remember, an infinitive is an unconjugated verb. When we see an infinitive, ends in E-R-I-R-R-E, we're going to stick that pronoun in front of the infinitive. So, je vais t'inviter. I am going to invite you. So here is the infinitive, ER. The te goes in front of it. Here's another one, je vais la regarder. I will watch it. I am going to watch it. Here's my infinitive, pronoun goes right in front. The passé composé, yes. All right, when you see passé composé, I want you to kind of treat it like a normal present tense because it's going to go before the conjugated verb. What's important to remember though is that means the helping verb, which is going to be avoir. So if you look here, j'ai invité. All right, avoir is the conjugated verb because again, a matches my subject. So I would replace Mark with le because I'm inviting him. It's going to go in front of our helping verb. Okay? Make sure you make agreement. That's the crazy part. One extra step. If you have, for example, Sophie, elle est féminin. So when I put the object here, you need to add an extra E. Breathe. Don't freak out. It's okay. Freak out later. We'll all be fine. So give these a shot. We got a couple in the present, couple in the passé composé. Replace with direct object pronouns. Pause. Don't cheat. Gotcha. All right, here we go. Numéro 1, il aime. Le livre gets replaced with le. Numéro 2, je l'ai regardé. I gotta add my extra E for agreement. Nous les aimons. We love them. Tu l'as vu. You saw her. All right, Charlotte is female, so we gotta add the E. Vous l'avez acheté. You bought it. All right, so that's all there is to know about direct object pronouns, placement, and all that stuff. Okay, at this point, we're going to move on to indirect object pronouns. Oh man, what are the indirect objects? Well, notice how here instead of me, it's to me, to you, to him, to her. So that's going to be the kind of key that, all right, instead of direct, we're using indirect. So if we take a look, we've got, oh look, same, me, te, those are the same. Here's a different. New word, lui. Nous and vous over here. New word, leur. Remember leur? It's back. Back with a vengeance. Voilà des exemples. Je téléphone à Marc. Je lui téléphone. Je parle à Lucie. Je lui parle. J'écris à Marc et Lucie. Are you getting a pattern yet? Did you figure it out? Je leur écris. So, in case you're wondering, you're going to know it's indirect in French because of this ah. Different forms of ah exist, and we can talk about those in class, but ah is going to be your key, flashy, oh my god, indirect, ah! Where do they go, madame? Where do these indirect objects go? The same place as a direct object. All right, so here's my basic sentence. J'écris à Sophie. I write to Sophie. Watch it as we go through the different situations. Je lui écris, present tense. All right, I'm replacing à Sophie with lui. Here's my verb. Negative, the lui and écrit stay together. Je ne lui écris pas. Écris lui. That rhymes. Ooh. Command, afterwards. Ne lui écris pas. Don't write to her. Negative command goes back in the front. Infinitive, in front of the infinitive. Je vais lui écrire. And passé composé. Je lui ai écrit. I underlined the conjugated verb for you here. Now, notice there's no agreement when you have an indirect object pronoun. All right, we only make agreement with direct objects in the passé composé. So there you go. Those are indirect object pronouns. Here are some for you to try. Are you paused? Come on. Here we go. Je lui parle is our first one. This is present tense. Nous leur ressemblons. We look like our parents. We look like them. Ah, see all these ahs here? Here's another form of ah. Tu offres un cadeau à Julie. Tu lui... Oh, that's not the right answer. Tu lui offres. This one is going to go for numéro 4. Oh, madame. There it is. Tu lui offres un cadeau. And last but not least, vous leur téléphonez. We talk or we call them. Okay, so there's your little intro to, not little, but object pronouns. We're going to do lots and lots of practice. And really, that's the best way to get used to them. Is just keep on practicing. Bon courage, mes enfants. À la prochaine. Au revoir.